Hey YouTube, Shannon and Jaden here from McCann Professional Dog Trainers, and today we're going to talk a little bit about nail trimming. And nail trimming is something that you may or may not want to do yourself. It's okay if you don't. You're certainly well within your rights to have a veterinarian or a groomer do nail trimming with your dogs, but keep in mind that your dog will need to be part of the process. So it's very important that you get your dogs comfortable with it. We don't want them to have to be muzzled or anesthetized in order to have their nails trimmed. We want them very comfortable with the whole process of grooming. Now, Jaden is my old guy, but I thought I'd bring him out for some fun here to demonstrate nail trimming with you. He is 13 years old. And he's pretty deaf at this point, but he's still very comfortable having his nails trimmed. We started as a very young puppy, getting him comfortable with it, and pretty much every week of his life, since he was an 8-week-old puppy, he's had his nails trimmed. So it's all old news to him. Now, what I did with him as a young dog was I spent a lot of time just playing with his feet and playing with his feet with the clippers. So the first thing you're going to do is make sure that you can move around your dog's toes. They're nice and pliable for you. Your dog's comfortable with that. And you're going to yes while you're holding your dog's foot, and then reward your dog for being calm with that. Once you know that your dog is comfortable with that idea, then you're going to bring the nail clippers into play. So I've got two main styles of clippers here, the scissor style and the guillotine style as well, and they both work a little bit differently. It's really a matter of personal preference. A lot of the times, though, you'll find that dogs with very thick nails, you'll want to use a big, heavy-duty scissor type of trimmer instead of the guillotine, or you might even want to go to a Dremel tool, which a lot of people will use for dogs with big, thick nails as well, maybe a Shepherd or a Rottweiler. It's often a lot easier to use a Dremel on them. So as we mentioned, there's two main styles of clippers. Now the scissor style, you can cut in any direction with the nail, which makes it a little bit more adaptable to most people. Do keep in mind that there is a guide on that most manufacturers will intend for you to be able to stick your dog's nails into the point of that guide. Personally, we always think that you should use your past experience to know how much to cut off, and use your visual, if possible, to know how much to cut off. With my own dog's nails, if I inserted all the way to that guide, I would be cutting off way too much. So keep that in mind. You can always cut off a little bit more and go back in nail trimming to cut off a little bit more, but once you've cut off too much, it's a little bit of a negative experience for your dogs to have to do with nail clipping. So the scissor style you can use very versatilely in any direction. With the guillotine style, you need to make sure you're holding this properly. If you're holding the guillotine with the moving edge in your palm, you can see when I close it, there's a lot of play to the head. So if I have my dog's nails inserted there and I close that, I'm going to end up taking off a lot more than I had intended. So you need to make sure you're holding this properly with the non-moving edge in your palm, so that when you cut, it's simply that guillotine that moves straight up and down. You're not getting any play to the head at all. And the nice thing about these ones is that you can shave little bits at a time off of your dog's nails, but you do have to make sure that you're getting underneath the nail. So it's not as easy to just go in any direction on those. So what I'm going to do with my two styles of clippers here is get my dog comfortable with them. So again, I'm going to take his paw, and I might just touch the clippers to his paw. I'm going to say yes if he's nice and calm, and then get my food out and reward him from there. Once he's comfortable with that step, my next step is to actually open the clippers and spread apart his toes a little bit and give the toes a little tap or put a little pressure on them. Yes. And then reward from there. What a good boy you are. Now, once he's comfortable with that step, now I'm going to go to actually putting the nail inside the clipper and maybe putting a little bit of pressure on it. I'm not going to clip down though. I'm just going to make sure that my dog can hold steady while I hold his foot in the clipper, while I hold his toe, pardon me, in the clipper. Yes. And then I can say yes and reward him from there. Good boy. Now, if you do happen to cut a quick, the quick is the blood vessel inside the nail, and often people are a little bit nervous about trimming their dog's nails because of it. If you do happen to cut it, it's not the end of the world. Don't panic. It does bleed a lot. It's certainly not the greatest thing, and it's certainly not very comfortable for your dog, but they're not going to bleed to death. They're not going to immediately at that point be in dire straits. What you'll want to do is either have some styptic powder on hand, some quick stop, or a silver nitrate stick perhaps, or if you don't happen to have any of those things, in a pinch, a cold compress will work. You can use some ivory soap if you've got nothing else in the house, nothing with perfume because that'll sting. So there's all sorts of things. If it's winter, throw them out in the snow and just have them stand in the snow for a bit, and that'll help to calm that bleeding down. Try to keep them calm. If their heart's racing, they're going to pump more blood, so try to keep them nice and calm and steady. So in a perfect world, if we never ever do cut into a dog's quick, Nail trimming should be a breeze for you, for your veterinarian, for your groomer. Your dog should be very, very comfortable with it. Good boy. Alrighty, that's it for nail trimming for today. If you have any questions, make sure you check the comments section, or you can give our office a call at 1-888-681-7877. Bye for now.